Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick review of my King Motor Baja. I know there's a lot of haters out there saying they're nothing but knockoff of the HPI, which let's be honest they are, but I think they're a very high quality knockoff of the HPI. I know there's a lot of people saying don't bother wasting your money, buy the HPI, but I've had this thing for, I'm going to say a little over 2 years now. And I've had nothing but trouble-free driving with it. This is the 30.5cc version. As you can see, I've put the 2-speed on there. It's got the good tuned pipe on it. I have upgraded the shock towers front and rear and the upper and lower control arms front and rear. They're King Motor units. They come all as one set, actually. If you want to save a little bit of money, you can buy them all as one set. I've put front and rear sway bars on it. Stop it from lifting up the tires when it's going around corners real fast. There's the front control arms and shock towers and everything. I've put shock covers on it. I've done a couple upgrades with it. I put the windows on it, which is actually really handy. Keep a lot of dirt out of the air filter and stuff. And the pre-filter. Like, they're all just kind of normal modifications that most people with Bajas that are right into them do. It's nothing crazy or anything like that. I just wanted to run through a couple things with it. Yes, they are slightly more breakable if you get the all-plastic version. Right from the factory, the control arms and the shock towers are a little bit more brittle than the HPI versions. The HPI has a little bit more flex to them. These ones are, for handling purposes, they're a little bit more rigid, which is good for handling, but when you hit something, if you're going any kind of speed at all, they do break rather easily. That's why I upgraded to all aluminum. I did that about a year ago, and I haven't had any problems with it since. I do not drive it easy at all. It's all wide open throttle or no throttle at all, more or less. I'll have a look at the other side of it here. Sorry for the crappy camera work. So yeah, I've done a couple little things to it, nothing crazy. I have nothing bad to say about it at all. My father and a couple of my friends actually have the HPI version of it. These motors, these 30.5cc motors, I don't know if I said that or not, is got a lot more low-end torque than the HPI 26cc. The HPI motor revs a little bit higher, but as for overall performance, they're nearly identical out of the box. The King motor is actually a little faster on low end. Now that I've put that 2-speed on there, this will just fly by any HPI unless they've got the 2-speed. It does, with that 2-speed and a good tune, it does just shy of 60 miles an hour. I had it on radar actually. I put my iPhone on it and did a run. And it was like 58 point whatever miles an hour. So yes, there is a couple little things. I put on a stronger motor mount there. I replaced both servos. You can't really see it, but that's actually an HPI servo. And that is a high-tech servo. It's a 645 MG, I do believe. Yes. Like I say, there is a couple ups and downs to them. But as for an overall, if you want to get into the 1/5 scale, by all means, this is an excellent car. It can take a serious beating. I run it all year round in all kinds of different terrains. I have all kinds of different tires for it. As you can see, it's set up for sand or snow right now. But I've got the tarmac tires for it. I have a couple just generic, you can't even barely see them, but I got a couple bow ties and a couple other just, they're just King Motor mud tires. And these are the stock parts that it comes with that I've replaced. The pipe is actually still good, but I just replaced it with a newer one. That one's a little dented. These are the factory control arms that it comes with. Now they do give you lots of extra replacement control arms, which is very nice actually. You don't get that with the HPI. But these are extremely stiff. There's no flex to them at all. Like, I'm pushing on that as hard as I can and it doesn't move at all. So they are a little bit brittle as compared to the HPI. They don't break quite as easily as these ones do. But I know there's a lot of haters out there. Most people on the internet just bash these things because they're not like the original HPI. But I've had no problems with it at all. I have maybe a total of, I bought the car with the plastic control arms and everything on it for, it was about $600 shipped to my door. I put on the aluminum control arms, the shock covers, and a couple little minor things. I bet you I don't have more than $900 into this thing. And I've ran probably 6 gallons of fuel through it now. And it still runs like a champ. Starts right up, no problem. Holds a tune very well. And I run it all year round. Like right now it's very snowy outside, as you can see. And I run it out there right up to 30 degrees outside. Well, for you American guys out there, 90, 100 degrees outside. And I haven't had to retune it at all. I know there's a lot of people out there saying HPI is king. And don't get me wrong, I do love HPI. I just don't have the deep pockets for it. These cars are a great substitute. They take a thrashing just as much, if not more, than the HPI. Like I say, I have a few friends who have the HPIs, and they almost say that they would have rather get one of these because they're so much cheaper, and you can spend the extra money on the mods like the aluminum control arms and shock towers, etc. And they last very well. My dad has the HPI Baja 5 BSS with the 26cc. He ran less fuel through his, and he actually blew the motor up. I have not had to do anything to the motor at all. Haven't changed a spark plug or nothing. Like I say, just a good solid tune. I have run it a little bit rich, but it works very, very well for the amount of money that they're going for. If you want to have a lot of fun, these are the cars to go with. And I'm by no means new to the sport. Like, there's a little drift car. That's actually an Offna MBX converted to brushless. And just bigger tires and a truck body on it. Firestorm. My little RC18T. That thing's a champ. My slightly modded T-Max. And then just a Duratrax Raise buggy. So, you know, I have a few of them. I know I'm not a new guy to the sport by any means. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the King motor. I know a lot of people out there hate it, but I think it's a good quality car. Takes a serious beating, and I haven't had any major problems with it at all. So if you're looking at 1/5 scale, these aren't a bad car to go with. Thanks for watching.